Guys, I wanted to do a quick video tonight to talk a little bit more about gun control. We as gun owners need to have that conversation. The reality of gun control is it has failed. If we look into the most recent mass shootings as well as those that have happened previously, we can see failures in many levels of the laws that have been put in place. Many of those laws actually do more harm than good. They actually make give an advantage to the criminals. Instead of making things better, they actually make things worse. And it's important that we understand and recognize exactly how some of these laws affect us. And it's real important that we get the facts out into the hands of the public. And there's actually starting to be just a little bit of a shift in our favor. There have been a couple of articles in USA Today as well as the New York Times talking about how that gun control has failed in some of the most recent instances, such as the bar out in California as well as other places. And I recently wrote an article that details some of this on my website. I will leave a link down below to my website at boomsticktactical.com. In that article, there are a lot of links to some of the studies and things about gun control, a lot of the recent articles that have been published by, like I said, the New York Times as well as USA Today and others. Generally, those are not necessarily considered right-wing news sources. I mean, they're pretty left-wing for the most part, but we are starting to see some articles from them that is acknowledging the failures in gun control. So be sure to check out that link down below to that article, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And it's just an insane time. We always hear the same thing from a lot of the politicians, those on the left especially, about how that we need more laws, we need to do more of this and more of that. Mental health issues, and that's another thing that I talk about in this article. The mental health problem that we have and the laws that are supposed to stop people from getting guns who have those health issues fails. That's another part of the system that fails. You know, just like I talked about in the article. The shooter at Parkland, you know, you had counselors, you had resource officers wanted him committed. Nothing happened. We see the same thing with the shooter at Sandy Hook. You know, the reality is, though, he murdered someone to get his guns, but the fact is the mental health system, or at least some within the system, wanted him committed, but nothing ever happened. The same can be said about the shooter at Virginia Tech, the guy at the last shooting. That was another case of the mental health system failing. It failed to stop someone from getting guns, and regardless of what they tell us, passing more laws is not going to do anything. We know that. The system is still going to fail. So the only chance that we have is to get the correct information into the hands of more people to where we can get rid of some of these nonsense laws and give people the chance to protect themselves. But guys, check out the article. As I mentioned earlier, I'll leave it linked below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. And be sure, get training, get armed, and stay safe.